Let's turn to movies. He is in his element, our friend and film critic, Mr. Richard Roper. Hey, Rich.
Now, I know Val already saw Little Mermaid because you could have wore those earrings.
Right? With the fishing nets.
Very nice.
Absolutely. I don't know. I may have to go see it again because Zoe's obsessed with that movie.
Speaking of movies, first up, it is the 7th film in the Transformers franchise. This time, Optimus Prime and the Autobots team up with a group known as the Maximals to save Earth. Check out Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Who are you? Why are you hunting for the key?
Yo, Donkey Kong, stay away from my friends!
Mirage!
Don't worry, your boys got this. Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
Stand down! I won't ask a second time.
Ooh, what are we saving or spending?
We're saving. You know, I mean, when you look at that clip, it never seems like the humans and the Transformers are even on the same page, literally together. The CGI kind of feels clunky. I mean, it's a toy. You know, and they've made 7 Transformers movies, which is probably 6.5 too many. It's the same story. They're trying to find that magic device that will help somebody rule the world, and you get the CGI battles. And listen, a lot of people put a lot of effort into these movies, but they kind of always forget, let's have an interesting plot. And then all the people talk like this because they're Transformers. I mean, I don't know what the target audience is. I think little kids will be overwhelmed. It's too long, and anybody with an IQ high enough to figure out how to get to the movie theater should probably buy a ticket for something else.
A lot of times these series just go on and on and on instead of realizing, like, there's an end.
Right.
Yeah, and there was in 2010, I think about.
The very first one was good.
It was kind of clever and fun seeing those toys from your childhood, you know, kind of come to the big screen, but they haven't done anything with it since, really.
Yeah, all right. Next up, a realtor, a former tennis star, and a plumber cash in on America's obsession with true crime when they realize how close they are to an infamous serial killer in Los Angeles. Take a look at Based on a True Story.
Can't pay any of our bills. You just lost your job. We have a baby on the way, so tell me, how are we going to get by?
She is the victim of the West Side Ripper.
It's him. I know my killers.
What if we make a podcast about this together?
We could bring him in on it.
Bring the killer in on what?
The podcast. We forced them to do it. Oh my God, this is gonna change our lives.
What do you know about the West Side Ripper?
We are in too deep.
Can't pay any of our bills. You just lost your job. We have a baby on the way, so tell me.
Based on a true story. Is it based on a true story?
It's not. It's a save. Based on a True Story is basically a satire of our obsession with all the TV shows and podcasts about true crime. Very good cast here, guys. My problem was I don't think they could decide whether or not to be serious or be funny, so they kind of go in between the two, and it just kind of, again, it's a series that maybe would have been more interesting 2 or 3 parts, but it goes on for like 8 parts.
So we don't have any spins so far this week.
I'm sorry, I'm doing the best I can.
That's okay, we're not done yet.
Yeah, we're not done yet, and I know we're going to definitely have at least one spin.
Coming.
But let's see, next, Tom Holland plays the first person to use multiple personality disorder as a defense in a criminal case. It's called The Crowded Room. Rich, what did you think of this one?
You know, this is a save. Now, this actually is, as you mentioned, based on a true story of an infamous case. There was a Netflix documentary a few years ago about this. I think the story's been told better in different venues. There's also a great book about it. Tom Holland, of course, who's played Spider-Man, he's actually taking a year off from acting because he poured so much into this part.
Wow.
I really respect that, but again, this is a 10-part series that keeps making a lot of the same points over and over again. I'd say go back and watch the Netflix documentary from a couple of years ago about the same person.
Okay. All right, finally, let's see if we can do it here. Arnold is a new Netflix docuseries about the life and career of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Rich, please tell us. Ryan already gave it a spin. Let's see if you endorse
You know, this is a big spin. And, you know, Bachelorette Nation always wants to know, who is Ryan Cheverini texting at 11:30 at night? You know who he's texting?
You.
Me!
Yeah.
About how much he loved this. And I was actually watching Terminator 2 because I was so excited after watching the documentary. It's amazing when you think about it, Val. Part 1, an unlikely rise to becoming the #1 bodybuilder in the history of the sport, transcending the sport, making it mainstream. Part 2, he then becomes the biggest movie star in the world, where people are like, that guy is going to be a movie star? And then Part 3, he goes, oh, by the way, I'll enter politics. And everybody thought that was a joke. And then he becomes the governor of the largest state in the union. So it's 3 amazing success
And then he has
stories.
a baby with the housekeeper.
And as Ryan knows, they address that. They don't gloss over some of the ups and downs in his personal life, and he talks about how that's the biggest regret of his life, you know, betraying his wife and his children, and becoming a good father, I think, to his son through the housekeeper. But that's a mess. He's the first to admit it. But it's really more about this. It's unbelievable when you look at this guy's life.
It is one of the most fascinating lives, and the footage they have because of Pumping Iron, the documentary they did like 30 years ago. They have so much footage of him and so many old pictures. It was like, wow, it was an archive of a wealth of like knowledge, you know.
It's an incredible story, and now
How long are the episodes?
there's 3 total, and they're a little more than an hour apiece. So it's really well done the way they frame it, because you realize this guy growing up in post-World War II Austria, even wanting to become a bodybuilder, seems kind of crazy. And then he comes to America and he says, "Oh, I'm going to be an action star," and people are like, "You can't speak English."
That's
How are you gonna
whatever
do this?
he
He
wants
had to
to do,
overdub his
though.
voice.
And then he says, "Oh, by the way, I can do comedy," and then he does that. He does everything. It's amazing.
Yep. Twins, one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
Too. Yeah. All right. It was a rough week. 3 saves and 1 spend, but it's a big spend on that Arnold doc.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.